As you now
Yeah.
support and nurture those startup or early stage clinics who don't have the confidence, what are some of the,
Mm.
I don't know, maybe the process, almost like a step by step? How do you help them gain that competence and that confidence in understanding their numbers?
Yeah, I think our numbers tell a story and we need to tell that story. We need to bring it to life. So one of the things that I really encourage people to do is find someone to talk it out with. This shouldn't just be a page of numbers, whether it's rolling break even, dashboard, or P&L. We need to have a conversation about it. And the initiatives that can come out of those conversations are incredible. It becomes not about numbers anymore, but about impact, impacting team, impact the career of your team. How can we progress them and accelerate their career around client experience? How can we get better outcomes? So much magic comes out of it when we get those numbers off the page and conversationalize, if that's the word, the numbers.
It's a really good point. I found that useful. Just even talking out loud. If you don't have someone on your team, I'm thinking some of those early stage businesses, they might only be just them.
Yes.
So even just talk it aloud, as if you had to present it to somebody else. Here's what's happened, and here's why I think it's happened. I love that sort of the narrative behind the numbers, tell the story behind the numbers.
Yes.
I found
Yes.
personally the talking element and the documenting element, like writing, literally sort of get a document, or if it's in the spreadsheet, you just sort of off to the side taking notes on. It's really commentary around that.
Yes.
Are there any other sort of practices that you like to use, or is it around specific people that they're talking to about those numbers? Because if we think obviously from team members through to bookkeeper, through to accountant, through to business advisor, maybe let's start with who. Who do you maybe encourage people to speak to about their numbers?
Yeah, look, I think the obvious one is a business partner, if you have a business partner. In partnerships, we'd often find that it's the job of one person to do the numbers. So it could be like, oh, that's their thing. But what I'd recommend is to have 15 minutes a week or a fortnight to just chew the fat about the numbers and have a look at that for opportunities. For those people who don't have a business partner, perhaps there's someone in leadership, a practice manager, to talk through it, or a clinical lead. And I think that's really important to have our leadership team part of the conversation, because that's where we're really getting alignment. So anyone who will listen, really. Certainly in Elevate, we always start our masterminds with a bit of an accountability piece where we want people to update us on their dashboard insights. And through that, we're really refining it to actually what's the one thing or maybe two things that you're really obsessed with. We don't want to go and conditional format the entire dashboard so that it's all traffic lighted, right? Let's pick the two things that we're obsessing about at the moment and keep those top of mind. So I think that's a beautiful thing through Elevate, that if someone's attending masterminds once a week, that's every week. We're keeping those numbers top of mind. What's your target? What's your actual? And then we talk it through. So yeah, that's probably the other thing, is we don't have to focus on all the things. Let's figure out what's going to have the most impact right now and obsess about it.